Well, we're here at Lake Summit in Emmitsburg, Maryland, and it's a real powerful. We're calling it a summit because a summit is a place of higher learning, is when you come together and you really try to elevate your thinking, your knowledge, your wisdom, and that's what we're doing here at Men. And since we've been here, it's just been wonderful. You know, the guys are playing ball, they're fishing, they're doing all the things that men like to do, but at the same time, we're also here getting closer to God. The prayer together as men this morning was awesome. The Bible teaching has been great. The testimonies have been powerful. And so just being in this environment, getting away, from the mundane things that we do every day, getting away from the hustle and bustle of life, and just having an opportunity to just come together before God in a solitary place is wonderful, and it's something that men need to do. Well, it's important to get away and to get into a solitary place of stillness, of quietness, so that you can hear, first of all, from God. Then also, it's something about the silence that also ministers to ourselves. When you can hear your own thoughts, it's so easy to get so busy in the everyday activities of life. We call it the rat race, that you lose touch with God, you lose touch with yourself, and unfortunately you lose touch with the people who mean most to you, your family, and even your everyday relationships. So it's important to get away, get in an environment like this, so that you can hear clearly from God. And this particular place that we're at this week has been set aside for that kind of activity. Ministries come from all over here just to seek God. So the grounds are holy. And so this is why it's been, I believe, such an awesome presence of God here. And it's just important to do that. Jesus oftentimes would pull away, withdraw himself from people so that he can reconnect with God the Father. And that's what we're doing here today. No matter where we are in our spiritual walk, we are reconnecting to God. It's important in particular for men to come away because, as you all know, the Bible is clear that men are the head of their households, that men are the responsible party in families, and men, for the most part, have been called to leadership. And so it's so critical that men come together so they can, first of all, learn what it is to be a better man, a stronger man, a tougher man, a wiser man. Also, they can come here and learn how to be better fathers, they can be better husbands, better parents, and what have you. And so, men need to do that. There's a lot of pressure on men today in society. He has to be that provider in the home. He has to hold that marriage together. It's not necessarily just how we feel tonight, whether we feel good or feel bad, but it's whether or not he can really touch our hearts tonight. Can we really make a connection with him tonight? And tonight, what we're going to be sharing, we believe, is going to be something that every man can begin to do to begin to really establish that relationship with the Lord. So there's a lot of pressure, and we're finding today that there's a shortage of men, there's an uprise in single-family homes, and so it is critically important now that men find their proper place.
I'll tell you how I did it. And the first thing that I told them is that I don't have an MBA, but I have an MHBA. And they were like, what is that? I said, that's a major heavily bank account that I can draw on any time I want to.
And again, we're teaching the men here not to take over, but just to take your rightful place, and that is to be the head, to be the servant leader that Christ has called you to be. And so men coming aside, talking to other men, understanding that other men are going through the same things that you're experiencing, having the same struggles, hearing the testimonies of other men.
And God gave us a new job at this place, and it was a miracle. We just loved it. And it's just to know that you're in a job where people's lives have really changed.
Praying together with other men, there are some certain unique issues, unique problems and challenges that men have that women don't have. And so, and there are just some things that you just cannot really discuss with a woman because she just doesn't understand. But another man will understand it. And so that's why it's critically important that men come together like this seek the Lord, find out what God's will is for them as male seed in the earth. And it's just been wonderful. And I'm seeing men become better fathers, they're becoming better husbands, they're going to become better men in society, and they're going to be better servants of God in the kingdom of God. And that's why it's important in particular for men to come together, because they are the glory and image of God.
Like you, like you, like you, like you. Oh, oh, like you, like you, like you, like you, like you, like you, like you. Hey, and now I'm walking in the light. I'm walking in the light. So long it's time to get right.